Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Tara Arnold, and tonight I'm going to tap into everyone's energy and do a reading with St. Germain. So the energies that came onto the planet with this last full moon, there was a lot to integrate. There was a lot in the heart chakra and the higher heart chakra. So he's going to be bringing a message to help us integrate those frequencies and just give us some guidance from where everybody's vibrating at. So I'm going to get started. Thanks for joining us. Oh yes, welcome. I am St. Germain. We welcome you all. We are showing our channel that many of you have integrated the frequencies that came onto the planet for the month of June, the feminine divine frequencies, and within that has opened a deeper level of the higher heart chakra, the thymus chakra, and the heart chakra. This has been uncomfortableness in the physical body, some aches and pains in the fascia tissue. And as you've been integrating this, we are showing our channel the empowerment within one's soul. And when you are kind and loving to those who abuse you, you are abandoning your own spirit, your own soul. You are not being kind and respectful to your own soul, and your inner child cries, your spirit shuts down, and you lose connection to the God within you, and then you have nothing to give. If kindness is costing you peace, it is not kindness, it is control. If it is costing you peace, it is too expensive. When we address this today, what we are bringing these words through for is to give you permission to be kind to your own soul. Begin choosing who you are kind to. Am I going to be kind to the person who is abusing me? Can I still stand in the now moment and not judge it? Yes, I can still stand in the now moment and not judge it. This is excellent. I can look at it through the eyes of God, through the eyes of love. But do I have to stand here and take the abuse? Am I allowed to not respond? Yes. Am I allowed to walk away? Yes. We are giving you permission to serve your own spirit in acts of kindness. When the situation calls for it, we would say to check in. Who am I respecting at this time? Am I respecting the person who is disrespecting me, or am I respecting my own spirit and giving my own spirit the love of God? Because that way you will expand in your consciousness and you will have more to give. It is like water flowing. You are allowing everything and resisting nothing. When you are flowing water, water runs, and when it hits a boulder, it carves a smooth stone. It flows over the boulder. So when these bullies or these people in your reality are hurting you and being unkind, and you flow past them and you flow love into your own heart, you carve the boulders into beautiful sculptures. Because following the flow of water is going to set you free on planet Earth. It is learning and unlearning on your journey. How can I unlearn the self-sacrifice that I was taught? How can I unlearn that abuse was good for me? There are many of you who go into a fight or flight response from your post-traumatic stress, from always self-sacrificing and allowing others to abuse you. And there is also a freeze response. There are many of you who freeze, fight, flight, and freeze. But we would like to address those who fawn. What is fawning? Fawning is getting comforted by those who abuse you. It is pleasing your abusers so that they will stop harming you. It is going to them for comfort. It is the Stockholm syndrome that you are attaching and forming a bond, a trauma bond with your abuser in order to stay safe. You are saying, well, if I take the blame from this person who just physically abused me, if I take the blame, then it will keep the peace. But harming yourself to keep the peace is too expensive. It is costing you much on planet Earth because your spirit shrinks and you cannot expand in your consciousness. It is time to love the one who is hurting. It is time to seek solace from within yourself instead of going up and getting comforted by those who abuse you. We will point out that many of you who are going through this at this time, take notice of when you seek solace from those who abuse you. It is beginning to self-soothe rather than seek the abuser to soothe you to keep the peace. Could you go in and start and begin to self-soothe? What would that look like? What if I held my own inner child in my arms and loved her and gave her love, or him or they love in their moment of despair, rather than seeking love outside of myself? It is time to start serving yourself and self-regulating your emotions so that you do not need the abuser to give you solace. This is quite common amongst many on the planet Earth at this time. Begin asking yourself these questions. Am I acting from love or fear of being unloved? Is the person that is abusing me loving me or loving the way that I love them? Do they love me or do they love the way that I love them? Is this helpful and loving in this experience right now? Am I loving towards myself in this experience? Is this experience causing me harm? How could I better love myself and begin to give kindness to myself instead of those who abuse me? These are the questions that we wish to bring up today, to ask yourself, to look inward and start to find that kindness and start to give that kindness to yourself. Find that love within yourself and give it to yourself so that you have more love to give to others. But if your cup isn't full, you'll have nothing to give. Self-respect isn't selfish, it's self-alignment. And saying no to others often means saying yes to yourself. Ask in the situation, am I loving me or pleasing them? Am I loving my spirit and my inner child, or am I feeding their ego? It is time to begin this process for those of you who have been conditioned to always drop everything and self-sacrifice your own needs, because we are showing an imbalance on planet Earth of the self-sacrifice. It is depleting many. We have spoke of this in other videos. We wish for you to go deeper. We recommend you go deeper with this in this aspect. Begin to go deeper with this. How often am I doing this? Why am I doing this? Do I bake a cake and bring it to work so that everybody in the office will love me because half the office is bullying me and I need to please them so that they won't bully me? So I'll bake a cake and then I'll get accepted. I'll get approval from them, and I'll get that validation outside of myself. You're baking the cake so that you don't get bullied. You're baking the cake and serving their needs instead of loving the one within you. You are being kind to those who are abusing you. You're taking your time out of your day to bake the cake when that time could be spent loving yourself. It is time to stop pleasing those who abuse you. We are giving you permission for this today. Unravel all the childhood conditioning. It is time to go in and give that love to yourself. We are here. Call us in. We will help guide your way with this journey. It is going deep into loving yourself on the deepest level and not being distracted by those around you who are there to keep you from your path. They see your light and they say, I need to put out that light. I needed to extinguish that light and destroy that flame. But you were here to shine. You were born to shine. You were born to be on fire and shine your light. You were born to do this role of the light worker, of expanding one's consciousness. And the bigger that your light can shine, the more it is affecting the planet and expanding others' consciousness, because they begin to download your light from you. There are many in your reality that will want to extinguish your light. This is how you will know if that person is being kind and loving to you. Are they respecting you? If they want to put out your light, instead of respecting your accomplishments and celebrating you shining to the world, if they are criticizing every time you share with them information about yourself, if they are putting you down or discouraging you from it, they're attempting to put out your light. For example, if you wrote a book and you are sharing that information with someone and you are saying, I wrote a book and I am excited about it. I am proud of myself and I am getting it published. And they say, allow me to read it and I will give you my opinion. And they tell you the book is not good. There are many that are believing this. But yet that person didn't want you to shine. They wanted to put out your light. And so they told you the book wasn't good. It is time to stop asking others' opinions about your creations. You created it from your heart. Many of you are creating so many amazing things in your reality, and then you're seeking others' approval to make sure your creation is amazing. Tell yourself it is amazing because your spirit created it. Your spirit wrote that book, so it is in alignment. It is in perfection. You do not need anyone's validation. You do not need anyone's approval. Every time you seek approval from someone else or validation from someone else, you are telling your spirit, your inner child, that their creation wasn't enough. You were telling them that they are not enough. And your inner child is saying, I created it. It is more than enough. Can't you see my greatness in that creation? It is time to start telling yourself that your creation is in perfection instead of seeking the approval or validation from others. Ah, blessings.